Hi, and welcome to Meaningful Mondays with me, Rashmi Shetty, a space where I share my life lessons. And today's is on the masterclass on a quote that I had read very long back as a little girl. The quote went, "Speak in such a way that others love to listen to you, and listen in such a way that others love to speak to you." I got the masterclass a few years ago, just when I was leaving my RJing career and moving on into my coaching journey. And this was from the vice president of a company. As part of my radio journey, where I really enjoyed every bit of it, the last 3 years, especially because I got a dream role of being a chat show host, I wrote into all my guests to say that I'm moving on from radio. All of them, in fact, every one of them promptly replied except for one. He called me instead and he said, "Rashmi, we should catch up. I'm really eager to know what you're up to because you were so passionate about radio when we met." And on the appointed day and time, I reached his office. The moment he saw me coming in from a distance, the first thing he did was give his phone to a team member he was talking to and said, "I wouldn't like to be disturbed for the next 1 hour." We went to his cabin, and once I settled down, we started speaking. He was so curious about all the answers to questions he had lined up. And he listened to every word that I was saying. In fact, when he said, "Okay, tell me about your last show," and I told him how I started with Steve Jobs' quote about looking back and connecting the dots, he immediately got up and gifted me a copy of the biography of Steve Jobs. It was so amazing to see somebody who genuinely was a busy individual to take time off and mean his presence by just being there mindfully listening. And there I understood that that's all it takes to show the other person you care. How many of us, in the facade of being busy, so our busyness is what takes away the meaning of the business that we do? Because at the end of the day, all of us work on connections. So the next time somebody says they want to speak to you, or you call in somebody to have a conversation, make sure that you are not distracted by many other things in, ironically, the world today that we are in, where we are supposed to be a global village and connected in every which way possible, but communication hardly happening. So before you pick your phone the next time to WhatsApp or do any other thing of social media, remember who is it you want to communicate. And if you've given time to somebody, make it a whole presence when the person is communicating. Listening to make the other person feel very special. Stay safe, stay blessed.